is mixed, and I tell my son, you need to represent who you are, and you can't just let people tell you what to do with your hair or make you feel some type of way, because at the end of the day, it is moreno, papito. In the beginning, when I was raising him, it was hard for my community because they wouldn't take him. They're like, oh, he's not Mexican. I have sitters that told me I can't take care of him. I don't take care of a black child.
Oh.
And since he's raised with me, he speaks Spanish, and he actually trilingual. He's learning a dialect and American Sign Language. I tell him the truth. In this world, you will always be a threat. Yeah. Porque eres moreno. Yeah. And you're going to be much more of a threat because you're going to be very knowledgeable about life in the system. And that is a threat to this society. And he knows that, and he understands that, and it's hard because he just joined football this season, and he's seen more black children. Everybody trips out on him because they expect a black mama coming to pick him up, and I come pick him up, and they're like, "Who are you?" "Oh, picking up my son." "And who is your son?" "Oh, over there, Jacob." "Oh, he's your kid," and he kind of, I noticed he stopped talking Spanish, and I told him, you shouldn't be embarrassed that you're bilingual. I do this because I saw your father struggle looking for a job. I saw how people closed the door on him because, oh, you're not bilingual. And he said, oh, yo sí hablo español, soy de Belize. And then you can tell the reason why they're denying him a job is because of the skin of his color, not because he's not bilingual. And he understands that. He understands that. It took him hard. It was hard for him the first, third grade. Now he's a fifth grader. But I think it's sad that as mother with black children, we have to push them harder than their peer, push them harder to be acceptable, better, educated. And it's hurtful. It's hurtful. Why does my child have to work 10 times more to secure a good living in the future? My nana, the one from Guerrero, she calls people that are darker prietos or, indios. And, she definitely has that colorism mentality. Because I have kids with, okay, a black man, and look, and if I put on the wrong shirt on him, she's like, oh, se ve muy negro, se ve muy oscuro. And I'm like, even if he does, who cares? Like, it doesn't matter. Right. I heard that when I was a kid. When I was going to put a shirt on, you look darker with the white shirt on. Right. It's crazy. The colorism is just, people don't understand. There's so much detail in the colorism. It's crazy. The reason why I wanted to get on was because I'm learning a lot from you, and as I'm learning, I'm like kind of having an identity crisis because I've always identified as Mexican, but I was born in California. My parents are from Mexico, so I just consider myself Mexican, right? Because if I call myself American, then I get the look like. I'm sorry that I caused an identity crisis on you. It's okay. So now I was like, okay, so now what am I? So your mom was born in Mexico City? Yes. However, they are from Guerrero? Yes. Oh, okay. Yeah, and my dad's side is from Michoacan. Is your mom by any chance like darker in complexion? From my grandma's side, her dad, he's what they call a mulatto, right? Okay. He was mixed. Do you know what the origins of the word mulatto is? I know it has something to do with like the mixture of races, right? It is the mixture of a donkey and a horse. See. So it comes from a derogatory, degrading word of calling a person who is mixed black with white. The original word for a mixture of a Spaniard and a black person was a mulatto, meaning a mule, because the black man in those times was used as a mule. Right. So it was a half donkey. And it comes from a very bad place to call someone a mulatto. Right. But
same word with mestizo. It has the same origin. The word mestizo also comes from the mixture of a dog because the indigenous people were considered to be dogs. The origin of calling black women the B word, it originates from specifically calling black women the B word because they were not seen as a human. They were seen as female dogs. When they raped her and she gave birth, she didn't give birth to children. She gave birth to puppies. The origins of a lot of words that we use today, whether it be, the B word, mulatto, mestizo, it comes from a lot of times the Spaniards labeling the women that they raped and the children that were born with labels like mestizo, mulatto that conclude to us identifying as half animal.
Honestly, it kind of sucks because generations later, like my tios and my tias, they are, even though they deny it, they are very racist. And it's like, do you not know where you come from?
I have a video. It's called Racist Mexican Culture. And I describe how Mexico as a whole is very racist and colorist, not because that is our original ideology, but it's because we've inherited our colonizers' white supremacist ideologies. That's why we are now culturally racist, because we have inherited these white supremacist ideologies. And not only do we use it against black people, but we use it against ourselves because of our darker complexion. That's where the terms or phrases like mejorar la raza come into play. The certain kind of hair texture as pelo malo, bad hair, because anything that is non-Caucasian feature is somehow, some way a bad thing. It's demonized. You have the whiter nose. They'll pinch you as a baby. They keep pinching your nose, hoping that it'll shrink. I mean, these things are real. And so we've inherited racist ideologies, and we have been passing them on. And it's people like us who have to break them.
Break it, yes.
After we inform ourselves and are like, holy shit.
Right.
It stops with me. But